What is up, guys and gals? It's me, Thomas Fan01 here, and today we are back at it again with another Transformer figure review. And today we are going to be taking a look at the Transformers Earthrise Voyager Class War for Cybertron Trilogy Thrust. And I gotta tell you, this was quite a nice figure to behold. It really was quite a nice figure to acquire. And when I say a nice figure to acquire, it really was. Because I didn't pay more than... Actually, I paid less than half of a deluxe class for this. So it says $24.49 here. I did not pay that. Take another $14 off of that. That's what I paid for it. With tax, it was about $11. So, but I couldn't complain for an $11 figure. It was not too bad. So anyways, y'all know the rules. We don't take a look at this first. We take a look at the packaging, and the packaging is quite interesting to say the least here. We have Thrust on the front here. We got the War for Cybertron Earthrise packaging artwork on the side. We got Galvatron up here on the top of the packaging. We've got him all on the back here, all in his robot mode and in his jet mode. So yeah. And pretty much that's all there is, really. There is one thing, though, that you can do with this box, but I chose to leave it inside the box, taped onto the plastic backing here. The decoder, there is a decoder on the top here, and there is something you can do with the back of the packaging, like as in the background inside the packaging, and it will literally tell you like a secret message or something like that. And if you add up all the back of the packagings, it turns into like a map of some sort, so... But that's the whole deal with the box, and we are going to bring the figure back on in here. And I gotta say, this is one of those figures that take note. I had zero intentions of picking this dude up. Zero intentions. However, when you throw a $10.50 price tag at me on clearance, 70% off, kind of difficult to ignore because deluxe class currently is going for $27.99. So I'm not going to complain about getting a Voyager for less than half of a deluxe class. So yeah. Anywho, let's get this dude into scale comparison. We'll transform him, then we'll get him back into scale comparison. Then we shall do our final thoughts, rank him, and end the video. So anyways, here he is with some modern figures. Here he is with Studio Series 86 Leader Class Megs, which is now one of the new standard Megatrons for scale comparisons for everything. Here he is next to the Studio Series 86 Leader Class Soundwave, which was a more recent pickup. So, and finally, here he is with the most modern Seeker. Here he is next to the 2026 Studio Series 86 Thundercracker, to which, by the way, I need to make a quick note and address this really fast. This figure has light piping. I completely forgot to mention that in my video. So, you know, you can get some pretty good light piping out of this guy. And I was unaware of this until the live stream. And shortly after that, I noticed this guy, like, the light piping on his eyes is just amazing. So, anyways, now that we have done that, we are going to get this guy into transformation. Yes, y'all know the rules. Let's get him into transformation. And really quickly, before we get into transformation, this joint right here on my wing, that plastic is stressed because these wings were stupid tight. Like, the way that these things moved around, they were dumb tight. Like, I don't know what they shoved inside there, but they could not move unless they were, like, forcibly moved. So, yeah. Anyways, so first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to remove the guns because, you know, it's a Seeker and it's an Earthrise Seeker, so you want to definitely remove those guns, to which those guns are Blast Effects compatible, to which I shall give a quick demonstration of both guns here. We have both of these guns here, and they are Blast Effects compatible, so just, there we go. They are Blast Effects compatible. So there you go. There's that one, and just to prove, so they are Blast Effects compatible. So do not worry, you can get some cool shots with them. So, anyways, Once you've removed those, then you are going to start. Let's start with the legs. Excuse me. Going to take this. We're going to bring it down. Just going to untab it. It just kind of unthoops from certain spots. Then you're going to bring these legs and extend them all the way down. Take these knee pieces, and they just have tabs or tab slots to go into those tabs in said knees. And then you're going to split the legs like that. Then you're going to fold out the feet, which are on ankle pivots, so you can get some pretty nice ranges of movement. And there you have the legs all done. Now let's work on the torso. So torso, just gonna kind of come to this bottom section and just untab all of it from the top there, and that will just kind of bring these wing sections up. So bring them all the way up, and before we untab all of that, let's bring all of this around. And they are on little rocker joints inside there, and they just kind of thoop into their spots. They don't tab in, unfortunately, but you can definitely, they do work. Now, I don't know why, but on my copy, this is angled a little funky, and I can't get it to look anything other than the way it looks. So if you do have, concerns about the fact that this is at an angle and this one's straight, I can't do anything. So anyways, let's work on the rest of the torso. I'm going to bring this all the way down. I'm going to open these up like so. Let's actually open up the arms, and then we shall continue. Open this piece up and just extend. Close it back up. Take this fist, fold it back in, rotate it at at the bicep swivel there. Do the same thing on the other side. Bring this up. Extend out the arm like so. Close it back up. Flip the fist back in. Close this back up, and now we can work on the rest of the chest. So you're going to want to take this nose cone of the jet. You're going to want to bring it all the way down, noticing this goes into that slot. Then you're going to take this piece. You're going to bring this down, and then you're going to ever so gingerly find a spot to angle this and rotate it all the way around. And then you're going to angle it because there's a double hinge down here. Going to just angle it like so. Bring this all the way around. Take this, collapse this all the way up, making sure that these pieces here line up with the certain tab spots in there and or friction joints, and just kind of tab all that into place. And to secure it, you're going to take this nose cone and you're just going to bring it back down into this slot here that the other part of the jet was inside. And then bringing in the weapons back here, I'm going to take them and you're going to shove these on into the shoulder pieces here. Let's make sure we get all of this stuff ready, like stuck in there. So make sure everything is all nice, tabbed up, and all secure. And hold the phone, straighten that out. There we go. And there you have Transformers Earthrise Voyager class thrust in his robot mode. And I have to say, Hasbro did not need to give us this. They just chose to give us this. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that, you should definitely go out and go buy it right now. I mean, if you can get it for the same price that I acquired this for, which was $10.50, but in the United States after tax, it's about $11.20 to 30 cents. So just be aware that it, costs may be different to your Target store because this is a Target exclusive, as is the Earthrise Deluxe Class Sunstreaker. So do be aware of that. And let's take a quick look at this guy here. I gotta say, I don't hate the Earthrise molds entirely. I just was waiting for Studio Series 86. And with these guys, I'm not sure that they're going to do these dudes in Studio Series 86 because of the fact that they would have to redesign the chest, they'd have to redesign the legs, they'd have to redesign the wings, they'd have to redesign so much of this guy. However, if they do, I really hope they do manage to do it much like our very first scale comparison. Here he is right here with Studio Series 86 Voyager Thundercracker, and you can clearly see the differences in figures, but at the same time you can clearly see where this one improves and this one fails, and where this one improves and this one fails, because there are certain pieces of both of these figures that both of them work and both of them don't work. So yeah, in fact, like, let me just start off with the fact that this has no light piping on the back of his head. So, you know, it could be a lot worse, not to mention these wings don't fold all the way back. I would have to literally dislodge them and untab them and do a lot of other things in order to make them, you know, move, but I don't want to do that. So, anyways, here he is with Starscream, or not Starscream, Thundercracker. I'm sorry. How dare I get the two mixed up? Here he is next to Studio Series 86 Soundwave. And finally, here he is next to Studio Series 86 Megs. Clearly Voyager class. Clearly leader class. Alright, so now where do I want to rank this guy? I don't know. I really don't know, because there were a lot of things that happened off camera, like my finding out that this joint is so screwed up that when you straighten it out, the wing literally comes out on an angle. It does not come out straight. It does not come out anything of the nature. It comes out on an angle like this. Now, I don't hate that because, you know, the Seekers, their wings are kind of always at an angle. But in this case, I don't like it because these pieces here on these wings are stupid. They were stupid tight when I got them out of the box. Like, I was so miffed that I had to seriously spend some time, like, trying to maybe potentially get a higher dryer and, you know, having to put those there. Not to mention the fact that when I wanted to bend the wings a different direction, they started buckling and they wouldn't allow, like, they started buckling, and one of the wings, I don't think it's that one, it's this one. This one here, the wing, was it this one? Yeah. The wing right here starting to crack, or is it this one? I'm fairly certain it's this one right here. This one right here has a stress mark on it so bad that I know it's going to break off at some point. If it does break off, again, I know who I get to blame. So, yeah. I do like the fact that this thing does have, you know, the wide spread of the legs here. I do like the fact that, you know, you can still bend the knee. This is always going to be a common problem with regular Seekers. There's no waist swivel, unless you go and get the new Studio Series Thundercracker, which most likely is the case. That one does have, actually not even most likely is, it does have a waist swivel, excuse me. So, yeah. So now that we've done that, let's get this dude into a ranking and then let's end the video. So, if I have to rank this dude, I'm going to rank him pretty much the same as all the other Seekers aside from Studio Series 86 Thundercracker, because this guy is the same mold, it's the same Earthrise deal as Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarp, Dirge, Thrust, Ramjet. It's the same mold. It's the same exact mold, and it's never going to change. At least this one here from this era. So I know that's never going to change, but honestly, things could be a lot worse with it. So, with that being said, I'm going to rank this a 7 out of 10, okay? I rank this a 7 out of 10 because it's one of a clone army, and the clone army has to be exactly ranked the same. They're the exact same thing, just a different head sculpt, a different color, and potentially different wings. That's the only difference I have noticed with these figures, and a difference in the type of jet that they also do as well. But it's the same mold, it's the same type of transformation, it's the same type of deal. So I give this thing a regular 7 out of 10. And that is going to be my final judgment and final review for the Transformers Earthrise Voyager class thrust. And this is Thomas Fan01 saying, do not forget to check out the main channel. And if you do, check out the description down below. There is a link that takes you to the main channel and its playlists that it does have. So please do not forget to go check all of that out. And please do not forget to check out Jordy's Rail videos, Patrick's Voice Rail, Riveted Railfan, Riveted Reviews, as in, and take note, both Riveted Railfan and Riveted Reviews, they're the same person, so they really could use your guys' support right now, so please go and check him out. He really could use it. Do not forget to go check them out. Do not forget to check out Alexander Rothschild, as he is one of my friends from the land down under, and he's been a real help to a lot of my stuff, so... Anyways, do not forget to check all of them out. Do not forget to check out Bravely GG, iStar552, Lemon Lime Productions, Kitten Cat 999, Zaga the Animator, Sentinel Edits, Lil and oh, what the heck, we'll throw him out there as well, Truster Tube. And do not forget to check out the main channel, as I stated, because that's where all the playlists are, and that's where all the cool stuff is. And if you go check it out now, you can go check out the reviews that I've got going on. We just dropped, as of today, in the filming of this today, we filmed, or not dropped, dropped the Hot Wheels Twin Mill review, so do not forget to go check all of that out as well. And do not, I say do not, forget to keep playing with your toys.